So if you voted seller, you are right. The seller pays the commission, and that commission is split between the seller's agent and the buyer's agent. And now some sellers might feel like this is unfair, but when you really think about it, buyers have to pay property transfer tax and the sellers don't have to pay that. And if we don't have buyers buying homes, then you're not gonna sell your home. And it's already very difficult for buyers to get into the market, whereas a seller has equity in their home that they can pay for it. But on the flip side of that, when you sell your home and then go to buy something else, you don't have to pay commission, and you didn't have to pay commission when you bought that home originally. So it all kind of evens out in the end. It seems a little bit unfair, but when you really think about it, it's actually not a bad idea. So that being said, I already answered the next question. The buyer pays the property transfer tax. In terms of legal fees, both the buyer and the seller pay their legal fees, but depending on the details of the transaction, they probably look a little bit different. Then we come to prepaid property taxes. This got me when I bought a house. So if the seller has prepaid their property taxes, the buyer actually pays those taxes back to the seller upon closing. So that is something to remember when you go in to pay your legal fees, that might pop up. If they've already paid, say, $1,500 of their property taxes for that year, you are the one to pay that back. So that brings us to our last question. What does the buyer pay on closing day? So on closing day, the buyer pays the down payment. This can be a little bit confusing because technically the deposit is a portion of a down payment, but you pay the deposit within 24 or 48 hours after your deal is firm, subjects are removed, all of that stuff. Closing day is right before possession day usually, and that is when you pay the remainder of your down payment. So if you're paying $200,000 down, you're gonna give 5% of that in your deposit when it gets accepted, and you're gonna give the remainder of that on closing day. I hope this helps. I know it can be confusing, so if you have questions, you know where to find us.